All right, here we go. Week 3, DraftKings optimal lineup for your GPP plays. Unfortunately, Jason's having some technical difficulties, so I'm going to run through both lineups for you. Just want to reflect on the first 3 weeks. If you're a GPP player, you probably know this. If you're just getting into it, it's really important to have a long-term vision. You're going to have ups and downs. You're going for a Hail Mary every week, and you're not going to win a lot, but when you do, you're going to make up for it and potentially hit the jackpot. So make sure you have a long-term bankroll management strategy. Parse out your bankroll over the weeks throughout the season. Towards the end of the season, you're going to have a lot more information to make picks on. You're going to know what's going on with each team. At the beginning of the season, it's a bit of a crapshoot. A lot of long-term players don't make their money until later in the season. So stick with it. Be conservative. Don't lose your faith, and don't throw away all your money. All right, let's get started. Here we go with Jason Mully's this week's picks. As you can see, this week's lack of video courtesy of Comcast. That's his internet provider. All right, Mully's stacking Detroit big time this week. It's the highest over-under from Vegas, so there's a good chance he's going to hit it big, and that's what you need in a GPP. All right, he's got Matthew Stafford, Joique Bell, Megatron, all stacked in one game, ready to go off. Of course, he had to get his Colton. He's got Ahmad Bradshaw, who really has been picking it up, and it looks like he could take over. He gets a lot of receptions, and in DraftKings, when you get that 1 point per reception, it's really important. Golden Tate, obviously, another Detroit Lion, and he's going big on them all. Sammy Watkins has been stepping up. He looks like a beast. If he stays healthy, he's going to get those targets, and he has a chance to break it. He went with a value pick on Charles Clay. He feels that Charles Clay is getting a lot of targets lately. He's a cheap price, so it can open up some of the bigger names in your other lineup, and that's what you need in GPP as well. His flex play, Pierre Garçon, he put up a dud last week, didn't get one catch, and that's great for GPP. Hopefully a lot of people are fading him. He's in one of the highest over-unders going up against Philadelphia. Kirk Cousins loves him, and I think this is a must-play this week. I really like it, and I have him in a couple lineups as well. With the Cowboys, don't adjust your screen. It really does say the Cowboys. Look, Tennessee looked like a strong offense. We don't know. It's early in the season. But Cowboys put the kibosh on them in Tennessee, and now they're going up against Austin Davis and the Rams. They're $2,500, super cheap, and they open up a lot of opportunity for you in your other part of the lineup. So overall, I like the lineup. You got to take some chances, and that's exactly what Mully did. All right, now I'm going to share with you my lineup. Let me pull this up. All right, I'm going big with the Redskins. All right, I really believe in Cousins to Garçon. I think Garçon's gonna get 10 targets this week. I think he puts up over 100 yards in a TD, and I'm counting on it. They're going up against Philadelphia, one of the highest over-unders, and they're gonna have to keep up with Philly. Anytime you believe in a wide receiver to quarterback combo, it's a good chance that the other team's RB is doing really well. And in this case, it's LaShawn McCoy. He got 40 touches last week, whether it be receptions or rushes. So he hasn't blown up yet, but I think he's due. He looked really fast. I think he looked good. And I think he's going to put it on Washington. They've got the #1 rush defense, but they played some weak teams. Jacksonville put up 25 yards against them. That's not going to happen in this game. It's going to be a shootout, and I'll look for those three to carry my lineup. At this point, DeMarco Murray, for me, he's just a must-play. It doesn't matter who he plays. They're giving him the rock. Dallas has a really strong offensive line, and he's just putting up numbers. This week he comes with a price tag. He's one of the highest salaried running backs this week, but he's worth it. He might be in a number of lineups, but I'm not willing to go into this week without him anymore. Larry Fitzgerald, I think this is a sneaky play that hopefully a lot of people aren't doing, a good contrarian play. San Francisco's been giving up TDs to wide receivers, and it's in Arizona. Stanton might be a little bit more comfortable. He doesn't throw the long ball as well as Palmer, and if you saw last week, he gave Fitzgerald something like 10 targets, and Fitzgerald had a TD taken away. I think that Fitzgerald gets on the board this week and breaks out. Patterson, once again, they're going to be in a shootout with New Orleans. He can rush it. He can run it. He can catch it. They're going to get him involved. Adrian Peterson is out again. Asiata didn't do anything on the ground. And so I think you're going to see a lot of Patterson. I'm hoping for a breakout there. Tight end with Larry Donnell. He, once again, has been getting a lot of targets. They're at home, and they're going to be playing from behind. So I look for him to get in the end zone as well. You got to take a stab at some positions, and I did that with Donald Brown. With Ryan Matthews out, it could be Woodhead, it could be Donald Brown, it could be Ronnie Brown. I just like what Donald brings to the table, and he had some big games in Indy last year, and I think he has the potential to do it in this game. Hopefully Keenan Allen is out as well. Brown should get some more looks. He can also catch the ball out of the backfield. For my defense, I really wanted to get to the Patriots. They're the most expensive this week, but I really think they're going to put a whooping on Oakland at home. The next best thing with my price range was the Dolphins, 2,800. It freed up some space, and I feel good that they can turn over KC and do some things at home. They've got a nice pass rush. All right, well, that does it for this week. We're going to post the scores end of next week and wish you the best of luck.